Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are playing the updated Tsunade bomb with set 2, and there's some really spicy stuff in here, so let's just get right into it. First off, we are winning still with the 7-cost Tsunade. So the 7-cost Tsunade from set 1 is 6 power, and when it enters, it powers up 1 every friendly Leaf Village character in play. So across all of the missions, so what we're trying to do is spew out a bunch of little guys, and then just drop these late game to make our boards just huge. And so something set 2 gave us are some other cards that can help us win missions in the absence of Tsunade, or maybe just in addition to. So Hiruzen, leader of the Leaf Village, has a main constant effect that if all of the characters in the mission are Leaf, he gets +1 power for each one. So as you'll see with all of our low-cost characters, we'll be able to have 5 or 6 of those in a mission, and then Hiruzen will be a 4-cost 10-power character, which can give us a little bit more reach, as well as this Sakura Haruno. This is the one that duels with Ino, and you will notice that there are no Inos in the deck, so we're not looking for that ability, we're looking for her other ability, which is a main constant ability saying power-ups on friendly characters in this mission are increased by 1. The idea here is that we can put this into a mission that has maybe only like 2 other characters, and then when we drop our Tsunade, it is enough to win the mission, because it'll just be a buffed power-up. So that's how we win, but I mentioned that we need to flood the board with things, so how do we get there? We have things like the Academy Student Package from set 2, which is really cool. So Konohamaru is a 1-cost 1 power that reads, this character has +1 power for every friendly Academy Student character in this mission. And then Udon is 1-cost 1 power. If there's a friendly Konohamaru in this mission, he powers up 1 when he enters play. And then Moegi is 1-cost 0 power. If she enters and there's a friendly Konohamaru, you draw a card. So it's a small package of synergistic cards, but they let us just have a bunch of low-cost things for things like Tsunade to power up or power up the Hiruzens, and then also powers up things like the ramen shop, which we will get to in a second. But we also have Shizune, which is a 1-cost 1 power, enters and powers up 1 friendly Leaf Village character. We have Teuchi, the ramen guy, which is a 1-cost 1 power again, that says if there's no friendly hitting characters in the mission, you gain 1 chakra. We have Tenten, which is a 1-cost 1 power, first strike, it costs 1 less, so it could be a 0-cost 1 power. And all of these are in effort to buff up the ramen shop, which is another way to buff your characters without Tsunade. So ramen shop reads, all of your non-hitting characters with cost 2 or less in this mission have +1 power. And then it has a little bit about food attachments that isn't relevant to this deck. But so it will essentially give our Tentens, our Teuchis, our Shizunes, our Shikamarus, our Konohamarus, our Udons, and our Moegis +1 power just for being in the mission, which when paired with the Sakura or the Hiruzens, makes these Tsunades super potent and makes it so we have more reach beyond just filling up 1 or 2 missions. We can maybe even win all of them. As for card advantage, we do have, like I said, the Shikamarus, we have the Ebisus, which you've seen, but from set 2, we have the 3-cost Naruto, which is a 3-cost 1 power with a main effect, that when it comes into play, you put the top card of your deck hidden in the mission, and then if you ambush it, you repeat it. So it generates 2 cards, and is really good when paired with the Planned Reinforcements mission, which reads ambush, put the top card of your deck as a hitting character in this mission, and then at the end of the round, put the top card of your deck as a hitting character in this mission as well. So if we play this in the first mission, it will generate us a total of 4 cards, which is just absolutely fantastic. When paired with the Narutos, we could really generate some good card advantage, especially when supported, like I said, by the Ebisu and the Shikamaru for a little bit of one-off. And then we, of course, have Shino to try to get a free 4-power character into play. As for the missions, we have Rescue Friend, which lets us draw a card, Bring It Back, lets you bounce a character in the mission, you guys know these. But then we have a new mission called New Forces. It says if you play a character with a different name than any other character in this mission, power up 2 on that character. That means our Konohamarus, our Udons, our Moegis, our Teuchis, our Tentens, these cards that other people aren't playing are going to have +2 power when they enter play, letting us win a mission early on. I'm super excited to play this list. I think it is really cool. And if you want me to play your deck list, please consider becoming a channel member. Every month you'll be able to submit a deck list to me to play for a video on the channel. And it's only a couple bucks a month, and it's the best way to support me. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright guys, we're here at the first game with the new Sani Bomb, the deck I am definitely the most excited to play with set 2 coming. I think this hand's pretty good. We get to keep it, and we have the edge. So we can start with something like one of these Tentens, which I almost said Tauntaun, which is a little tough, right? Because Tauntaun is a 0-cost that always lets you ramp, whereas Tenten does cost 1, so it isn't always the best play, but if I remember correctly, we don't have any other first strike cards in this deck, so she will essentially be our Tauntauns, and she's a Leaf character, so she gets pumped up by Tsunade. But the reason I say this hand is good is because not only do we have that, but we have the planned reinforcements. This card is so good, and unless they have something that deals with an attachment, this is going to generate us, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 cards over this game. Okay, and they're just kind of playing some low to the ground stuff, a hitting card. We do have the edge, so let's go ahead and get the Shikamaru down and draw. And then this Shizune can give us 2 power. Okay, they have a Kabuto. I was going to say, if they don't have anything else, we can do that. Although this is a Jutsu. None of these are Jutsu, so our Shino isn't actually very good. We did get a Tsunade here, though. It's actually not where I want Tsunade, because I don't want her to get got. I think we can go ahead and just play like a, what is this guy's name? Udon? An Udon here? Because the Shizunes could be better later, and Shizunes are essentially just a better Udon, right? Because Shizune always powers up, whereas Udon is a situational. All right, they're going to win D mission, unfortunately. They're going to get some... Ooh, they decided not to put a hidden character in, but they're going to get some points. Our hidden I always say this is hidden reinforcements because it generates hidden cards, but our planned reinforcements got us a Hiruzen, which is great. How do we want to start this? I guess we'll just start with the 10-10. There is obviously the chance that we will just get sand coffined at some point, and they take our Tsunade. But there's nothing we can really do about that other than like flip her now, which I'm not super interested in. Although what we maybe could do is go like Konohamaru, Shizune, hide Shino somewhere. Maybe it'll be able to flip and then flip her. And that way we guarantee get the value from her. Maybe that's what we want to do. Interesting. Okay, they have a Shino, which draws us another planned reinforcements. The sicko in me wants to just like planned reinforcements again, but I am going to wait. I'm going to play this Konohamaru because they have 4 chakra, and I want them to do something to make sure if we play this hidden, is what I'm thinking is they just play a sand coffin and take out both that and our Tsunade, would be in a really rough spot. Let's go ahead, do that. Ooh, cool. Got a ramen guy. So let's flip that. Let's play Shizune. We have to power that up. Now we're winning this mission, and we can bounce something like the 10-10. If we put this Sakura... Okay, so we're already winning this. Let's see. If we flip this Hiruzen, he will get... It'll be 7. That's not enough. So let's just go ahead and... Let's just get this Sakura down, I want to say. No, I'm going to go ahead and flip the Hiruzen. I don't want to put the Sakura anywhere because then we're looking pretty anemic for mission B. I guess we do get a bounce at 10-10 and we could have transferred it over, so that's not nothing. We'll bounce 10-10. And then, okay, we got a Shino, which is not active currently. Okay, and a Shadow Clone Naruto. That card is very, very good. And we can see the power of Ichiraku Ramen here. This will give all of these 3, like these 3 units plus 1 power in this mission. It'll give these units plus 3 power in this mission. Although, actually, no, they won't because we have the attachments on the missions already. But for example, just pretend for a second we didn't have those. It would have been very good. All right, they flip a Kabuto to get a hidden card there. Let's go ahead and just... I was about to say, let's start with the 10-10. Yeah, let's start with the 10. We're just playing right into Sand Coffin there. Although, I don't know. If they have a Sand Coffin, I almost feel like they would have just fired it off on these 2. Maybe we just start, because I want to get the value off the 10-10s, maybe we just start putting it in C. Okay, they have a Moegi. Okay, so they're probably playing a Sani Bomb variant if they are playing cards like this. Is this has to be a friendly Konohamaru? Yes, they didn't get a draw card. We have one, and we could draw a card. Still, they don't have a Jutsu character, which is something I've been noticing in these set 2 games, is honestly, people are not playing a lot of Jutsu characters. We also have no Jutsu characters. I think we can go ahead and just play this mission on here. And that will protect us from a sand coffin, in this mission specifically, that is. We can go Sakura, Shizune, Moegi somewhere, and then flip Tsunade. Alternatively, we could flip this Naruto and see what we get. I really want them to give us an option to use this Shino, is really what I want. Okay, another Ebisu. Man, they're drawing tons of cards. So now a Tsunade flipping here would not win us the game. However, if we play a Moegi, we can draw a card, see what we get. Okay, we get our attachment for our last mission, so that's cool. It gives Konohamaru +1, and now Tsunade would give us an extra 5 power here, making us 10. So we would be winning if we had it now. So we have the vision. We just need to see what they do, which is why I say I really want them to give us a Jutsu character, because it would give us a little more leeway to have them spend some resources before we know how we want to play it. Because we get to play it for 1 hidden, then flip it for free, which lets us take 2 actions and just make them do a couple different things. Okay, they have... Oh, interesting. Okay, so they have a ramen attachment that they added to Ebisu. Now it's 5. They need to draw a card. They're still winning in this mission now. I think I will flip this Naruto, get a bunch of value out of it. See what we get. We get a ramen guy and a Shikamaru. But now, so we can't flip the ramen guy, obviously, because we already have one. Shikamaru will not draw us a card, or will it? I can never tell. Do I have the edge token? Oh, okay, they play. Let's do it. Let's see what happens. Do I draw a card? No. Okay, cool. But this Tsunade will let us, again, win these missions. Oh, okay, he gets to discard a card from us. I wonder like, Sakura is probably the take here. However, we played this maybe a little bit poorly, where we don't have an option if he takes the Shizune to win B. So if he has something that costs less than 2 or less, he can maybe take the Shizune and just guarantee he's going to win B. Oh, no, sorry. That's operating off the assumption that he knows we want to flip this Tsunade. No, sorry. Okay, so they have 15 here. So yeah, that was the correct take from him. They have 15 here, and we have 6. And so if we flip this Tsunade, we have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's not quite there. This still is not a jutsu, so let's go ahead and just plan on winning the other missions. Technically, this could be a Chidori that he's building up towards, but then I think we'd win. Okay, let's go ahead and reveal our Tsunade. All right, they just pass and take the edge, and then we'll pass. We get to set a trap. I do not think we want to set a trap anywhere. We will get 2 more cards off of our planned reinforcements, and oh my goodness, do we have a lot of cards in play. Ooh, Hirzen's awesome. We start with 22 chakra to their 16, because we generated so many hitting cards. Udon, we can't flip. Shino's useless. Ramen guy, we can't flip. You heard me hesitate trying to say his name. Tsunade is a good get to get our second Tsunade. We only have 2 cards left in our deck, we've gotten so many. However, if they have something to deal with it, that will be pretty tragic. We actually can get our last 2 cards with this Naruto. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we can play everything in our hand and then flip Tsunade. Ooh, okay. They're on a little bit of a mill action deck. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So that's 7 power over there. They have 9. So we have 12 points. They're 11. If we flip a Tsunade, we're definitely going to win both of these missions. Is this a jutsu? It is, but we don't have our Shino anymore. We have one over here. It's not helpful. Let's see. If we win 5, 6, 7, 8, we go to 20. We win. We win 2 missions of these. This 7. That's not enough. Okay. Maybe we should focus on winning these 2 missions. Maybe that's the way we do it. Let's go ahead and Ebisu and just draw a card. Oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. We're out of cards. We don't get to draw a card. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm just gonna focus on winning both of these 2 missions, and taking it like that, because they need to. We'll be able to take the edge, and what I'm gonna do is play this Sakura here into B, and then that will force them to do something in B, and so that we can just take the edge and focus on C and D, or maybe we just take B instead. Ooh, hide and move the character. That's pretty good. Okay, moves it here. That's fine. So we'll just play the Sakura over here. All right, and at the fear of something that could deal with the Tsunade and just take us out of this game, I'm going to flip it next turn, even though technically we could get more value if we flip like the Shino first, but we should just go for it, and then if we need to, we can flip that Shino. Interesting. Their deck is interesting. It doesn't feel like they have enough mill elements. I don't know. Let's go ahead and reveal the Tsunade, the bomb part of the Sonic Bomb coming into play here. All right, they go ahead and Heaven Curse mark Shizune. I am just simply going to pass. We could flip the Shino, but I do want the edge, which I guess for them to win, they had to take another action anyway, so it was probably fine to flip the Shino, but I don't think there's really anything they can do with 2 chakra here. This game is really interesting. We got all of our attachments. Obviously, we didn't get to put the last one on here because of the Itachi, but showing the power of Hirzen. Hirzen's massive. He, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's a 4-cost 9 power character right now. Not to mention, the buff from Tsunade. The 10-10s came into handy. The Bring It Backs were cool with the 10-10. We generated a ton of hitting cards with the Narutos and the plant reinforcements. Everything just kind of came together. We saw our whole deck, and that's kind of what we're trying to do here. So, good showing. Good showing. All right, they Kabuto back a Shino. They get a draw card, but now they only have 1 chakra. Yep, we win. We get to bounce something, and we take the match. Great. GG opponent. That was very cool. Let's go on to the next game. All right, back here for game 2 with the Tsunade Bomb. I realize I keep switching between Tsunade and Sani Bomb. I should call it the Tsunade Bomb because there are no other Sani in this deck, but it's fine. It's fine. All right, so New Forces is pretty good. New mission, which is every character that you play that has a unique name in this mission gets power up too. So something like a free 10-10 or a free Tauntaun is very powerful. Let's go ahead and lead off with the Naruto and just generate a bunch of cards. Get 2 hitting cards. We get another 10-10, another Naruto. Wow, that is maybe the worst possible that we could have gotten. Okay, they play a planned reinforcements. That's good for them. Wow, they just played it. They didn't even ambush it. But we played a Shikamaru. We drew a card. It looks like we're going to be able to get this. No, they could have a Shino because this is a Jutsu. No, they don't. Okay. So we're even in chakra because they were also able to generate some pretty gnarly hitting cards. Here, I think we can just go like Konohamaru, and then we'll plan to use Ebisu to draw some cards. We can save this Shizune to maybe put something new into... Honestly, the Shizune and the Udon, we can just wait to put something into D, because we can get a little bit of power going on there. Also, the Sakura is pretty good in that mission, because it just lets us power up a bunch. But if they're on things, I was going to say like Naruto, they don't get a power up when they do that. And they're just going to have a ton of hitting cards stuck over there. Let's go ahead and draw a card with Ebisu. Okay, we get a Hiruzen. The cool thing about Hiruzen and Sakura is it doesn't rely so much on having a large amount of characters in each mission. If you're able to spread out the Sakuras and the Hiruzens, you're able to create some spots where like a Tsunade does win you the mission when you only have like 3 characters, because like the Hiruzen is so big, but then also the Sakura, doubles the counters and whatnot. Okay, so they play Rasengan, see what they do with it. If I just hope they take both of these. Okay, they take Naruto and they take Konohamaru. Okay, well, the Naruto's fine because we can flip back over this Naruto and get some more cards. And we get the other Tsunade and an Udon. I don't love the Udon. But let's see what they do with their 4 chakras. Let's see where they put their cards. Because maybe, okay, they play another hitting card into D. Maybe we just want to just solidify in C. I think that's probably fine. Yeah, let's go ahead and solidify into C, and we'll be able to just get some more chakra going that way, because they have a ton. Yeah, okay, and there's flipping a sand shield. There's no way we were going to win over there. So let's just get these cards down. Okay, they played Jirobo. Interesting. Okay, they seem like they're on a pretty interesting list. They have the planned reinforcements, they have Jirobo, they have Rasengan. I'm not quite sure what they're up to. Okay, then we keep a low profile, which is ambush. Everything powers up to. We don't have the edge. The Shikamaru is doo-doo right now. Okay, they flip a Tiyuya, which is essentially free. Maybe we just flip this Ebisu to start. No, I kind of feel like they have they're going to Kidomaru or something, some stuff out of here. Let's see, we have 8. Okay, we could just like Hiruzen, Sakura, Tsunade. Let's just start with the Hiruzen here and see what happens. They only have 5 cards in hand. They are limited because they've put a ton of their cards into D. Okay, they go with the Sand Coffin. Let's see if they're only getting 1 card. Okay, and they take our Naruto. Okay, that's fine. That is fine by me. I think I'm fine. Let's get a card in with this Ebisu. Okay, we have a planned reinforcements. Okay, they have a Tsunade. I think I'm okay doing some planned reinforcement stuff here, and then just planning on double Tsunadeing in the last round. Although we did maybe play into a second Sand Coffin. Although maybe, I don't know. My thought was they only took out 1 card, so like maybe they have another one. But we have a Konohamaru here, so this Moegi is going to draw us a card, which is pretty important. We're going to be able to get some stuff down. And even if Shikamaru doesn't draw us a card, we can still play it. This Ramen guy is good. Okay, yeah, they have another planned reinforcements. They're just playing it as an attachment. They're not doing anything fancy with it. Let's go ahead and just flip this Udon. And then we can just go Shikamaru, Teuchi, and we'll have a bunch of chakra going into last rounds. And it should be enough to... let's put him here. It should be enough to Sakura, Tsunade. Pass. We win both of those. Oh, okay. Okay, very interesting lineup here. So we have enough to... Ichiraku Ramen, Sakura, Tsunade. We can save the Ichiraku Ramen for where we think we'll actually need it. Oh, interesting. Wait, if all friendly characters in mission are Leaf Village. Oh, I wonder, does that mean if I have a hitting card, it doesn't count? I guess so. So I guess I need to flip this hitting card for this Hiruzen to be buff. Very interesting. Let's go ahead and do that, though. We have the facilities for that. Yeah, okay, yeah, that is what needs to happen. Interesting. I didn't even think of that. So the Hiruzen is not as buff if the cards are hidden. That's a very important thing to know. I'm glad it didn't screw us over with it there, but good thing to keep in mind for the future. But we can still go Sakura, Tsunade, all that good jazz. So let's go to Sakura here. And then I do want to Sakura into D. Let's see, because this will generate 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 new power. Oh no, then she'll flip, so it'll be 13 new power. So we'll actually be winning in this mission anyways. They'll have to put something in it. And let's see, if we win one 5-point mission, we'll be at 21 points. And then there's 9, 10, 11, 12 points on the board, and they can't win. Okay, so we should win one of the 5-point missions. So let's just put a Sakura in both of these missions and then go for it. They have 13 chakra and 7 cards in it. So they have a lot of options. And they smoke bomb the Sakon. So they're just looking, I mean, they can draw more cards. I don't think that's like super paramount for them right now. I'm interested in trying like a deck with like the 3-cost Naruto's with planned reinforcements and then and then smoke bombs just to like put on the Naruto's and generate a bunch of value. But let's go ahead and reveal the Tsunade. Get a huge power spike. And now we're even in this mission, so they do have to do something in it. And why I like holding this planned reinforcements is technically we could put some more power on here. I don't think it's going to matter though. Yeah, because it'll only add 3 to it, but we can go ahead. Wait, how did I miscount this? Oh my gosh, because I played both Sakura. Dude, oh my, okay. I just totally cooked myself here. I played both Sakuras. Or both, yeah, I was only supposed to play one Sakura. Sorry, I was on autopilot thinking we could just play everything. But let's see if we're able to just get it anyways. Because they're going to have to put a bunch of stuff into B. And then, wait, if we win the 4-point mission, we go to 20. And then there's, yeah, okay. Or if we win the 4-point mission, we'll win. So they need to pull off some stuff here. Even though I just, like, totally was on autopilot and screwed up. Looks like we're probably going to be fine. Because they have to, like, we have the edge in A. Or we have the edge. So A, we are winning. We're clearly winning B and C. And if they have something like a Kirumaru, they can't take too much out of D. Oh, his D is pretty irrelevant. All right, well, they get a huge sack on, and they're gonna Kirumaru it somewhere. I think they can probably pull this out. Not playing that. We'll see if that second Tsunade would have mattered, and if I'm just bad, because like, yeah, putting Kirumaru here makes him winning in A. He can't move the sack on here because he already has a sack on. I guess he could move this sack on out and move this one in. Okay, just puts it into C, and now we're winning in D because we have the edge as well. Okay, then moves one of his hitting cards over to B from D, and then moves Gara into B. Now we're winning in D. Okay, there's another Kirumaru into B. There still gets to move a bunch of stuff around, but again, he can't move. Let's see, if he moves a Jirobo, that's 13 up to 22. Yeah, and then the Rasengan, or the Tsunade. Yeah, and then he moves the Jirobo, he gets it. All right, so I screwed up there. We should have played the Tsunade over here. I was just on autopilot and played the second Sakura instead of the second Tsunade, and it maybe cost us the game there. I think with all of their movement and their double Jirobo, they would have been able to pull it out anyways. There's a point where they had like 13 chakra and like 8 cards in hand, so it was tough because we had to take all of our actions pretty immediately because we're using up all of our chakra, but either way, GG, let's go on to the last game. All right, here at the last game with the Tsunade Bomb from set 2. This hand is okay. I think we can do better. We don't have the edge to this Shikamaru Zandrasa card. What we really want to get is a planned reinforcements or a Naruto. And this hand's much better because not only do we have planned reinforcements, we also have a double 10-10 to start the game off with, which is super, super good. They start with the Sakura. We'll just start with our 10-10. Okay, they upgrade Sakura. Interesting. So they'll be able to loot. Wow, okay, they discard the new secret rare Naruto. Interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and do a little planned reinforcements action. Boom, generate us some hitting cards. Okay, we got a ramen guy, which is really good. Let's drop the Konohamaru, see what they do. They just pass. We could play the Udon, but I think I will just flip the ramen guy. We'll win the mission. We'll be down 1 chakra, but we'll have him and we'll have the Udon back in hand. Okay, Shino is not able to flip. Now we have both Tsunades in hand, which is good because it means they won't be hidden and can just like get taken out by something. But it is bad if they happen to be playing the Secret Rare Itachi, or if they have the Sasuke that makes us discard a card, the 3-cost one, and they upgrade it, then that could spell some trouble for us. But let's go ahead and start with our 10-10. It's an easy one here. But this Hiruzen, no. Okay, so here's a little bit of friction based on what we learned in the last game with Hiruzen, is if we get something like a Shino down off of planned reinforcements and the opponent doesn't have a Jutsu character, the Hiruzen's not good because he won't be buff. So that's really interesting. Let's start with an Ebisu and just draw a card. The Shino has not been at its best these games. There's not been a lot of Jutsu characters, honestly, which I don't know if that's going to be a larger trend among set 2 decks. We'll just have to see. Okay, the Ichiraku Ramen is a great draw. They only have 3 chakra, and we can conceivably win both missions. Let's see how they play this. Okay, they just play a Katsuyu into C, so I don't think we're gonna win that one. Well, actually, wait. If we Here's in here, it's 4, 5, 6, it's 7, up to 13 as well. So we could Here's in Udon. No, Udon. Yeah, because Jam would give Udon a plus, but I think I would rather win over here. Let's go ahead and do this. And then I still will play the Heroes in just to get it down. But they'll win C, they'll bounce Katsuyu, but we're going to have 2 more chakra than I'm going into this round. Okay, we flipped another ramen guy in D with planned reinforcements. This is happening a little bit where our hitting cards are just being duplicates that we can't play, which is a little annoying. Maybe there's a better way to deck build that minimizes that, but they haven't done a whole lot this game, if I'm being for real. They've just kind of played some guys that haven't done a lot. Maybe we should have baited a Sand Coffin by playing, like, the Konohamaru first. Because the Sand Coffin's not good for us. Because they get to take out this Naruto, which is going to generate us probably some relevant cards. Wow, okay, they have a Shinigami. The Reaper Death Seal. Very cool. Wow, that card's really cool. But it's probably going to dog us here because it's going to take out our Hiruzen. But that's okay. We just don't need to focus on that mission. Okay, we don't have the edge. The Shikamaru is not good. Hiruzen's fine. But I think I want to commit the cards in hand first, just to ramp up in our chakra in the last round. Because the thing you always have to keep in mind with this deck is that in the last round, you're prospectively looking to spend 14 chakra, like, locked in. So you have to be conscious of that. I think we can go ahead and play, like, Sakura here. They only have 2 cards in hand. Could be a Rasengan and the Katsuyu. Let's see where they put the Katsuyu if their other card isn't Rasengan, they don't want to play it. Okay, they put it into B, so we can't win B. That's fine by me. What we can do is just put a bunch of power in there. Yeah, we can just put a bunch of cards in here and generate a bunch of chakra, basically, is my thought. We can go here, power up Naruto, and now, I guess we can just flip the Hiruzen. No, okay. I mean, I was thinking, holy shit, we do have 13, but no, it's 12, but that's okay. They're going to use the Shinigami probably to take out the Hiruzen. Okay, they take out the Sakura. That's fine. Either card was a good one to get, honestly. They're going to bounce the Atsuyu, and we're going to have 6 more chakra than going into this last round. And then our get off the planned reinforcements was a Ichiraku Ramen, which is not going to be useful for us since we already have a attachment on the mission. But they have 15 chakra and 5 cards in hand. We have 21 chakra and 6 cards in hand. Okay, they have a Sand Coffin, which is pretty good. So I don't really care if they take out one of our hidden cards here, but they get to take out, like, our Naruto, maybe. Yep, that's what he does. I'm going to go ahead and just put this Ichiraku Ramen onto B, just to buff up the Shizune and the Konohamaru a little bit. We can get this Moegi down and draw a card. It's 10 to 10, so we just need to win more points than they do, and that could just be winning B and C, for example. Okay, they do have a Rasengan. Let's see what they take out. Probably the 2 that I was just saying I wanted to protect a little bit, if I had to guess. No, okay, they go with 10-10 and Konohamaru. So there's no way that this Moegi can draw us a card. We need 14 chakra here. We can play around a little bit otherwise. This would be 3 down to 16. Okay, we could, like, play this hidden, flip it, Shikamaru, Moegi, Tsunade. I guess that's our plan. I'm feeling good because they only have 3 cards in hand, 7 chakra. Wow, they have a 1-tail. Wow, okay. We get a Shadow Clone Naruto, sure. All right, they play their Shinigami into B, and that's all their chakra. So we can go, like, Shikamaru here, Moegi, Tsunade, and then we should just lock this up. They can't do anything unless they have, like, a Tauntaun. Oh, no, the last card's Katsuyu. We know that. So we just go Moegi, Tsunade, get a bunch of buffs, play Tsunade, get a bunch of buffs. Now their Shinigami is not going to matter, and we'll pass. Yep, they take out our Tsunade with the Shinigami, and we still got it 22 to 15. Awesome. GG opponent. That was a pretty good game. Their deck was really interesting with the Shinigamis and the Katsuyu, and then I wish we saw a use for this Naruto. Looks like it didn't line up. They didn't get actually any Sasuke's at all. But GG. This deck looks so much cooler with set 2. I really love the Academy Student package. And then also the hitting cards with Naruto and Plan Reinforcements just give you so much more card advantage as well as chakra ramp that I think it really works. We didn't really see a great spot for the Ichiraku Ramen, I think. But I do think it's really good with this because it powers up, like, almost half our deck, which is really cool. The 10-10s were superstars, where Tauntauns would have been like, okay, but obviously the 10-10s also help with the Hiruzen part, because if we have Tauntauns and Hiruzen in the same mission, then Hiruzen will not have his buff. I didn't play perfectly in this set of games, but that is all in the effort of learning. If you guys like these videos, please consider hitting that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one.